Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the first official, much anticipated Brodie's podcast.
Oh,
If you're
baby.
wondering what this podcast is gonna be about, it is our first episode, so we're gonna get into everything. There's nothing that's off limits. We're gonna talk about sports, lifestyle, faith, whatever you guys want us to talk about. We'll pretty much talk about it. We got our average Joes here today because we're pretty much just average dudes, everyday's dudes. We got Oscar Rodriguez, known as a bandwagon, a Washington football team fan.
Let's go.
Um, he'll include whatever he wants to be known as. Then we got Manny Padron, Miami area connoisseur. He knows
Oh, baby.
everything you need to know about Miami sports. It's a little
Oh,
um,
God.
obsessive if you ask me,
Just
but
ready to go.
he's one of a kind as you guys will get to know him. And I'm your host, your linguistic savant, Isaac Rodriguez. LeBron's the GOAT. That's all I have to pretty much say. That being said, we're going to get right into it. So this episode is going to be mainly focused on the sports topics. So we're going to get into our first topic today, which is the Heat and Celtics game that went on yesterday. Some highlights for you. Jimmy Butler balled. Tyler Hero balled. The Miami Heat take the first game out of the 7-game series against the Celtics, and it went to an overtime. And it came down to a block by Bam Bam Adebayo,
Freaking cold.
blocking Jason Tatum. As you can tell, Manny is very excited. We were on FaceTime calling each other literally every play in the fourth quarter, and the Heat came out with the victory. So the question is, did the Heat win this game or did the Celtics lose it?
I'm gonna give it.
you have the floor.
Yeah, Manny. Manny's gonna have the floor. Manny has the floor right
I'm going to start it.
Did
now.
the
Yes,
Heat win
bro.
or did
You're the
Celtics
freaking
lose?
Heat.
All right. Clearly, we won the game. All right. That's just obvious. Okay. I'm going to tell you some reasons why. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Going into the first quarter, bro, my heart was racing, like we were having a bad first quarter. I think Jason Tatum was a great player. He was going off. Second quarter, our shooting just took off on him, came back. Third quarter, they started balling again. I started getting nervous, texting you guys. I literally put you guys on mute, like on my messages. I was like, "F these guys, bro. Like, I don't want to hear what they're saying, bro." So I think fourth quarter, we turned it on. I think like our big players, like we had a conversation on FaceTime where you guys were like, "Yo, whoever's gonna win this game is gonna have the clutch moments," and we had the clutch moments. I think because we have a leader in Jimmy Butler, we have a freaking ice cold rookie, Tyler Hero. He almost dropped a triple double. Would have been the youngest triple double in finals history. History, bro. We're playing with a freaking rookie in the last moments of the game. Jimmy Butler hits a clutch three. Tyler Hero hits a clutch three, and Bam Adebayo, first-year star, all-star, he gets the biggest block in freaking playoff history. The biggest block. We definitely won the game. There's like literally nothing. We played defense on Tatum, locked them up. The Celtics hit their shots. Like Kemba Walker with a clutch shot. They were hitting clutch shots. We just had more of it.
He won. I'm not sure about that. Honestly, the fact that it went into overtime was to me an indicator that the Celtics lost it more than the Heat won it. Because, like you guys said, I mean, for sure it was Jason Tatum not making the right calls. That guy was shooting everything and it was not going in. He did ball out, but when it came down to the last seconds, there's moments where he should have just that, especially that last second shot in the fourth quarter.
And
Just
don't forget to mention Kemba.
drive
Kemba
the
was
game.
like what 3 for 45.
Yeah, no, but he was getting double teamed. That's why.
Look, the reason why I said we won it, I think they lost the fourth quarter. Like they were up 14 points. They just played the regular ball, no turnovers. They would have won the game. But once you got to that overtime, like that's when I think they were depleted, and that's it. We just had them. We just had them like we were ready to go.
They were tired. They just came out of the 7-game series with Toronto. They came here. They should have. They had the chance down by one just to make a 2-pointer and then take the first lead of the series. But this guy shoots a freaking a 3-pointer from literally like 10 feet from the 3-point line, and just jacks it up when he could have easily just drove it in. He did it on Jimmy Butler on the last second shot. He crossed him up and then gets murked by Bam. Just get the mid-range shot. Why are you taking a three?
That's
And
the difference
it's just
between like Tatum and Jimmy Butler. If you notice on the last play of the game when he got blocked, Bam Adebayo came from guarding Marcus Smart. He could have had a wide open three to Marcus Smart. That dude was not missing the
he
whole
was
game.
really right there. He wasn't.
That could have been the game winner right there. Jimmy Butler would have made the pass. He tried to go for the dunk, the superstar play, and got his ass blocked.
That's true.
So what do you have to say, Mr. Boston?
Oscar's been very silent. He's got a Boston hat.
I'm only silent because we took the L. And I respectfully take L's, unlike Miami Heat fans, that when they take L's, they start going out, oh, that was game one. Don't worry, man. We're going to bounce back game two.
We literally haven't taken the L.
Oh
we literally haven't. We got one.
Okay, we like I said, we took the L. Boston took the L. And I'm going to say I'm not a Boston Celtics fan. I don't know their NBA history, but I can say this, that they're a great team. And I do see them making it to the finals and giving LeBron good competition. I don't think the Miami Heat are going to give LeBron good competition, okay? And I don't want LeBron to win another finals and then again be compared to the one sitting right here next to me, Michael Jordan. And we'll get into that topic another day, maybe at another podcast about who the greatest of all time is. You know, I don't want to get this, especially with my brother Isaac. We're going to go back and forth about Michael Jordan. But all I want to say is that the Celtics are going to give the Lakers a hard time. They're going to give them a go for their money.
All right, let's not even – well, we won't go there yet. Because
I know, but but I'm explaining why I'm the Celtics.
The freaking Miami Heat, who have like freaking one All-Star on or two with Bam.
All I'm saying is why I'm going for the Celtics, why I'm putting myself on the Celtics.
Yeah, but you're talking about the Celtics and Lakers. First, we already know the Lakers are going to make it to the NBA Finals.
Oh.
LeBron's going to win his fourth championship, right? That's not going to
there.
But I ask you this.
Let me get my take.
I'll ask you this. Hold on. You gave your take, and then you're talking about the Celtics and the Lakers. That's not the topic. We're talking about who won the game and who lost the game. The Heat won the game. The Celtics lost the game. Now, that being said, Manny, you have the Heat taking, obviously, the series in how many games?
4 games, baby.
4.
2, 3, 4.
I said.
My God, that is an outrageous take.
Had our work.
Not even one game?
Bro, we scored 17 points in the third quarter, and we still won the game, bro. Look, they're done. We have the better coach. We have the better superstar. We have the better bench. The Celtics bench is trash.
He's not going to hit it again, bro. He's not going to hit another clutch shot again.
Ooh. It's not going to
be
clutch anymore. It's going to be swiped, whooping them. We're going to whoop like 10 points in this game. But Marcus Smart is
unrealistic.
Our coach is better coach. Our coach is way better coach. That guy was freaking tweaking. He didn't know what to do. Didn't know when to call timeouts. Boofed it. We're not going to have the worst first quarter and the worst third quarter of the whole playoffs ever again. Watch. You're going to see.
Okay, let me get on this. Let me get on
4
this.
games, baby.
All right, and Oscar,
I want to say that
the Celtics winning in how many games?
I have the Celtics winning in 7 games. Only because I feel like the Heat are good competition. I'm going to give it to the Heat on that side. They are a good competition for the Celtics. The Heat have been balling all season long. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Bam Adebayo has come out from the middle of nowhere. Tyler Hero obviously is a rookie. I got to say, that guy is a beast. Okay, I gotta admit Tyler Hero is a great player. He's probably going to be a great player, maybe like a Klay Thompson. But other than that, I have the Celtics winning in 7. And because I feel like they have the more superstars. And Jaylen Brown, I'm going to say, disappeared in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah,
and I feel like he's more of a clutch player than Jason Tatum is. I feel like he can hit bigger shots.
Name their superstar.
And I feel like Kemba Walker went, like I said, I'm going to read his stats right now, Kemba Walker. And I don't feel like he's going to have a game like this again. He went 6 for 19 and had 19 points. He's not going like – if he explodes for at least 20, let's say he had 19 points. If he had 25 points, they're winning every time. Kemba Walker, I feel, is obviously the most clutchest player of the whole entire team. I feel like he has the clutch gene. Jason Tatum he can give me 40 every night and I'll take it. But the fourth quarter shots, I'm giving it to Kemba or I'm giving it to Jaylen Brown. Period.
No way, no.
Period.
Bro,
Period. Kemba Walker's the national champion. He shot the last shot in the national championship.
He's talking about college. Bro, he's had 8 bad games in a row. 8 bad games. Yeah. First time ever in the Eastern Conference. He's freaking getting locked.
Because they're doubling him for some reason. I don't know why they play some fire defense on Kemba Walker. Like
the only player that they were doubling yesterday was Kemba Walker. It's because
I don't know why.
When he does play good, they tend to win. Now when he does, fall short. I mean, yesterday he hit a clutch shot, so it redeems whatever game.
Yes. That's what I said. He's clutch. Give it to him. He was 6 for 19. No, he was probably 5 for 18. And they said, give him the shot. He crossed up. Who did he cross up? Oh, my God. That was a disgusting shot. That was like the UConn shot. The same mid-range jumper every single time he hit it. He said, give me the ball. That's what I love about him.
Yes, Tyler Hero outplayed him. What the heck?
Yeah, no, but
Tyler Hero,
double teaming. If they're double teaming Kemba Walker, then that means the rest of the guys have to make their shot, and that's where.
And I just noticed Kemba Walker is like a small stick.
No, if Jason Tatum's going 1-on-1 with whoever's on that Heat team, he has to make obviously it's impossible to make every shot.
Kemba Walker is a small, like stick, skinny man, bro. Do you not know? I don't know if he got skinny or something, but he looks frail. He looks like he'll get beat by anybody.
Smallest guy in
the question real quick.
5'11".
Name the Celtics bench.
Oh my God.
Who they have?
Well, let's say Wanamaker was going off. He was 6th man of the year.
Wanamaker was going
like that. Wanamaker was making all your team his sons. Straight up. Wanamaker. Who is that?
Exactly. Who is that?
Exactly. He showed up. He showed up.
Wanamaker's giving quality minutes off the bench.
Bro, Brad Stevens even said it. There's the Heat go 9-10 deep. That's what's gonna win us to the series. We're gonna wear him out.
Who? Olynyk? What did he do? Nothing. We can read his stats. Nothing. He didn't do anything.
It's not about stats, Olynyk.
Let's look at your bench. Let's look at your bench right now. Your bench. Kelly Olynyk, 4 points. Derrick Jones Jr. 0. Andre Iguodala 3. Kendrick Nunn, oh my God, please bench Kendrick Nunn for the rest of the season. That was the wackiest show of a player. That guy was hitting step back threes like he was Jason Tatum. Like he was like, I'm the best right now. Kendrick Nunn 3 points. Tyler Hero 12 points. 12.
Double. He had
a clutch shot.
10 assists.
One of those 12 was the clutch shot.
He had 10 assists. Or
9
more.
Assists. 9 assists, brother.
Tyler Hero isn't going to give you freaking.
Listen.
He's not going to give you another clutch shot again. Like I said.
Isaac, listen to me. Oscar doesn't know basketball. He just Derrick Jones Jr., right?
Wait. I'm reading you basketball stats, brother.
Let me talk. He's not in the game to score. What did he do in the last play of the game? Locked up Jason Tatum right in his face. Couldn't get the 3 off. He comes in the game, plays defense. Andre Iguodala, he's not a scorer. He's a defender. He's a passer. He's a smart basketball player. Kendrick Nunn had a bad game. He only played like 10 minutes, though. So that doesn't even mean anything. Tyler Hero almost got a triple-double off the bench. Our bench is Kelly Olynyk, you have to guard him at the three-point line. He can play in the post. He can pass the ball. We have all these players. The Celtics rely on 3 players, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. They're relying on two 22-year-olds, and Kemba Walker, they double team him because if he goes off, then they're going to be in trouble. But when he doesn't, they're going to have Jason have to carry the whole game. Jason Tatum's had to play like Michael Jordan, LeBron James in order for him to win the series. And he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. He's not going to carry that.
What are you talking about? Jaylen Brown can go off.
That's what makes the Celtics good because they have 4 players that can step up. And, if one of them is off, like yesterday, Kemba was off. We had Jason Tatum sub. Marcus Smart was freaking jacking up threes like Ray Allen, and he balled out.
Imagine.
Jaylen Brown.
Chill.
He shied away from the moment. And then, but something we do have to keep in mind is that Gordon Hayward is bound to come back later in this, like maybe 3rd or 4th game. I don't think he'll be back by tomorrow, but that is a factor to keep in mind because if they can only go, 7 players deep right now or 8, then they get Gordon Hayward back, and that's more offense to keep track of.
I got something to say. If I'm Brad Stevens, I'm putting Marcus Smart on Goran Dragic immediately.
No way. I'm putting
Goran Dragic
Marcus
went off, and you're not getting that again. Goran Dragic, wait a sec. Goran Dragic, I don't know what is. He's a man possessed. I don't know what is going on. He revived his career in the bubble. I don't know where the heck he came from. He revived his career in the 29 points, hitting threes, doing some weird magical tricks to get the ball with a layup. Like, no, bro. He's not going to do that again. He is not going to do that again. And I want Marcus Smart on him all game. All freaking game.
Yo, my last thing on this game.
Dragic has been balling out these whole playoffs. Even in this Bucks series, he balled out. But look, Dragic ain't no scrub. The only thing is that they switched his role. Before he was a starter, playing starter. Now he's coming off the bench, which is even, I think, a better. He's a Steve.
Not in the bubble. But not in the bubble though.
They started him again.
Oh, all right. Well, now they're starting because
Kendrick Nunn is coming off the bench.
Yeah, now because he was injured, but he was starting before. But now he's playing. Yeah. He's probably rested up. He's balling out. He's been balling the whole playoffs. But he is a Steve Nash disciple, so he knows how to make his shots. He's 34. He's been in the NBA for so long. This is how the furthest.
He's a 34-year-old. Like he's playing like an all-star.
As much as
that makes no sense.
Yo, listen.
No, here's another point.
Marcus Smart on him all game. All game. All freaking game. Marcus Smart. All game. I want him all game strapped up. 0 points.
Had a really bad game. We played bad to the last
every game.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Celtics played amazing. So imagine.
I say that the Celtics
won. Can I say something? Can I read the stats right now? The points, they didn't play a bad game. Bam Adebayo gave you 18 points. Jimmy Butler, 20. Jay Crowder, 22. Goran Dragic. Oh, my God. Who is he? 29 points?
Yeah, bro. I've been telling you.
Who is he? Who is Goran Dragic again?
Yeah, but did we play an overall good game?
All-star. He's made the all-star.
Dude, you had 4 players in the double digits going into their 20s points per game. All of them. That's a big game.
The Heat play with like 3 players getting 20 points, which is what we saw yesterday. This is how they've been winning the games, and then
exactly that's how they win. So they got a good game. It was a good game last night. It was up to clutch shots. It was a good game. That's what we're gonna see the entire series.
The Celtics lost it. They had the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
they choked, and Jason
100%. The Celtics lost it.
But next game. Now that the Celtics, and this is them coming off of a 7-game series, now I think they're feeling it out, seeing that the Heat don't mess around because they win because of their freaking defense. And Bam is the moment that this guy Daniel Tice fouled out, it was done from there because then literally every rebound, Bam Adebayo was unguardable.
Oh, yeah, Bam Adebayo was destroying the boards.
The tallest
you saw that Jaylen Brown. You saw that Jaylen Brown putback. That was nasty. I'm not gonna lie. That gave him a chance again to breathe.
Yeah, and he got lucky. They can't count on freaking Jaylen Brown putting putbacks in the freaking paint when Bam is on there. But I say next game the Celtics are gonna take it, and then they're gonna give a nice little haymaker to the Heat, and I think the Celtics are gonna win in 7 games. But it's gonna be a good series. I can't lie about that. Next game, Manny, it's a blowout win by Heat.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This last game, we had our worst first quarter, the worst third quarter possible. And the last minute of the game, we come back and they literally blew it, and we just hit clutch shot after clutch shot. And I don't see it happening again. Doug Robinson is not gonna play 5-10 minutes in the whole game because of foul trouble. He hit some clutch shots, but he didn't have enough time. He's gonna go off. We're gonna play with intensity in the first quarter. Our coach is better than his other coach. Come out with a better strategy, and you're gonna see he's gonna be way better off the jump.
All right, final thoughts. Who takes the next game?
Okay, I'll take the final thoughts. I feel like I said, the Celtics lost it. They had the lead, they blew it. They should have had the more clutch shots. Well, they did have one of them, Kemba Walker. I feel like Kemba Walker should have took some more clutch shots. I feel like he should have took the last shot. Because Jason Tatum flew by Jimmy Butler and he got blocked by Bam Adebayo, which is honestly that was a crazy play. That was a super crazy play, comparable to that LeBron block on Thiago Splitter. But other than that, I feel like the Celtics are gonna take it. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna come down to the last seconds. It's gonna come down to who has the more clutch players. And I feel like the Celtics are gonna bounce back game 2, and they're gonna hit those clutch shots in those last seconds. And the Celtics are gonna take it in 7 games, like I said.
All right. So who you got next game though?
Oh, next game I got Celtics again.
The Celtics.
Yeah,
By
for sure.
close one or a blowout?
No, I'm gonna say at least I think they're gonna go off in the 4th. There's gonna be maybe like a 6-7 point game win.
Yo, I just want to throw this out there. You know what's crazy? The whole season, you guys have been saying that they're a flake, they're a fugazi. You guys are both admitting that we're gonna be 1 game away from going to the NBA Finals. So can you guys admit that we're a good team?
You guys.
I already said you guys were. I said you guys you made it there.
All right.
So we're a real team now,
I admitted it. I said the Heat are competition. I didn't say the scrubs.
Scrubs, bro. If you guys were scrubs, I'll tell you guys are getting swept by the Celtics, or at least a gentleman sweep. 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Straight up.
5.
No, that was
You guys are good. You guys
David,
made good. I mean, whoever is drafting your freaking team is amazing. That guy is sensational. Whoever's picking draft picks,
I think Pat Riley has every control of everything.
he needs to be calling all the shots from now on. But that being said, we will see next game, which is going to be Thursday. We're going to see the Heat and the Celtics again. We'll probably talk about it the following day, and you'll get the episode regarding that. Now, we had another interesting game last night, and as you guys can see, I'm repping it hard. We had the Los Clippers.
Oh, my God. It's embarrassing.
Who I heard from everybody in their mamas, from ESPN, Fox, all these former NBA players, that the Los Angeles Clippers were going to win the championships this year. And guess what? Kawhi Leonard and George Paul, not even Paul George, George Paul, blew a 3-1 lead against the Denver Nuggets.
Embarrassing.
Jokic and Murray balled out last night. And, I mean, honestly, it was a choke. I saw that they had an 11-point lead, I believe, in the 3rd quarter, and they blew it. They got outscored in the second half, and in the 4th quarter, they didn't score. The Clippers didn't score until there was 5 minutes left in the game, and Kawhi had 0 points. George Paul hit a 3 that came off of the backboard. Now, I'm very enthusiastic about this because I'm a Lakers connoisseur right now, and everybody was talking about how the Clippers were going to beat LeBron James, and they didn't. Now, that being said, who is to blame for yesterday's Game 7 loss against the Nuggets and blowing a 3-1 lead?
Doc Rivers.
We'll start
Trash.
Doc
Doc
Rivers?
Rivers is trash.
with
First coach in NBA history to blow 3 3-1s 3 times, bro. If you're a coach, I just feel like that team was like deflated. Like they were gone mentally. Like if you had Eric Spoelstra coaching that team, that would have not happened. Like you can't allow. You have.
How does the Heat and Eric Spoelstra come into this conversation? I don't understand.
You have 2 of the best players in the world on your team. You have probably the best player in the NBA right now. You do not allow the Denver Nuggets to come back from 3-1. 3-1. I'll say something like I think Paul George was gone. Like I think there was even a quote like he didn't even want to play in the bubble. But like I think mentally, like Patrick Beverly, you had Lou Williams, all these guys, they just weren't there. I think they just thought it was gonna be a cakewalk. They had the best players on the team. They had Kawhi. They were gonna, they're up 3-1. They got comfortable, and Doc Rivers did not make an adjustment, and the coach of the other team literally beat him.
Awesome.
Right.
Who is to blame? Who is to blame?
Kawhi, I'm gonna say this.
Manny blamed Doc Rivers. Is his fault?
I'm gonna put this stat out there. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George combined for 24 points. No, I'm gonna put the blame on Kawhi, and I'm gonna put the blame on George Paul. Because at the end of the day, how are your 2 superstars gonna combine for 24 points? That makes no sense. That's like honestly, I don't even know what to say. Last night was an embarrassment. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw George Paul he was on the open corner
And he hit the
and he hit the backboard. Bro, that's LA. They started playing LA Fitness basketball at the end, literally in the second half. LA Fitness basketball.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God. It was embarrassing, but I'm going to give it to this. I'm going to say the Denver Nuggets were balling out. Murray balled the freak out. He was balling. So I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to put the blame on Kawhi and Paul and George Paul, because how are you going to have your two superstars go for almost next to nothing? They were there like they were coming off the bench. Like that's how they were playing. Like they were the starters coming off the bench. I don't even understand how that makes sense. The whole team, it doesn't even matter, because if your two superstars are not going to take the lead, your whole team is just going to follow your trashy lead at the end of the day. So I put the blame on Kawhi and George Paul for sure. And we're going to call him George Paul for the rest of the year until next season. And we're still going to call him until next season George Paul.
They refer to George Paul as playoff P. And I refer to him as way off P, because he was way off P. Now, there's only one person to blame yesterday, and that is Kawhi Leonard, my G.
What? Just him?
George Paul has been playing like trash, like ass this whole playoffs. So, honestly, I don't expect much from him. I didn't expect for him to ball out. He's trash. He's always choked in the moment, whether on the Pacers or on the Thunder or however many teams he's been on. Remember last year how he got cooked up by Damian Lillard and dropped a buzzer beater in his face?
For real.
He's an average player. He's he's a superstar. His numbers are good, but when it comes down to Game 7, you want George Paul on your team? I don't. I would have benched him, honestly. I would have benched him because he wasn't even playing defense. I don't know. Paul Millsap was balling out. Paul Millsap would hit threes in his face. Jamal Murray was cooking. Honestly, you had one player yesterday to freaking guard, and that was Jamal Murray, and he dropped 40 on you. Now, there's two. They were saying in the beginning of the season, the two best two-way defenders since Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they had like 4 all-defensive players on their team. They have 2 six-men of the year. 2-time Lou Williams has won the 6th man of the year, and what's this guy? Montrezl Harrell just won it this year, and they choked. They scored 89 points, not even 90. 89 points. Kawhi Leonard choked. 14 points? That's 14 points more than me.
That's crazy. I'll say this though,
and 0 in the 4th quarter.
Real.
We had the same amount of points in the 4th quarter. I could have been on the floor and we had the same amount of points.
It's crazy.
And this is the guy they say is the best player in the NBA. Go ahead, Manny.
Listen, the thing is, this is a brand new team. Like they haven't played many games together. If you saw what happened to the Heat the first year they got together, they lost to the freaking Dallas Mavericks because it mattered.
In the finals.
I understand that, but the Denver Nuggets
not in the second round to the Denver Nuggets.
The Nuggets have been together for a long time. I'll compare them to that Dallas Mavericks team. They have a bunch of players on the bench. They got an amazing big man. They got a superstar, Jamal Murray. And the thing is, that Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach in the NBA. What has he done? Literally, tell me, what has he done? He won a championship with freaking Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. All right, good job, bro. Like, he's an overrated coach. And as a coach, you have to get your team together and get them to be flowing together, and he just didn't do it. He didn't make it happen, and it cost him the game. It cost him the series. It cost him – I think he's going to get fired. He needs to get fired.
When you have a 3-1 lead – and you're so self-proclaimed the best player in the world, and you have they literally gave up their whole future for Paul George. They traded for Markieff Morris. They literally were like waiting for the Lakers. Every NBA analyst in the world said the Clippers are taking the Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Jamal Crawford, Jalen Everybody said that the Clippers were gonna win, and they lose and blow a 3. I would understand from the start that they were like had a competitive series, but they had a 3. All you have to do is win one more game. That's all you have to do. And when it matters, if you tell me that this is the best player in the NBA and he only scores 14 points, 2 points in the second half. If they would have put me on the floor in the second half, Kawhi Leonard would have had 2 more points than me. No, that's honestly. Obviously, Doc Rivers has part of the blame, but honestly, I don't want to hear.
I know we're talking about the Clippers, but we got to give it to the Nuggets though. Come on, like Jamal Murray. That guy's a beast.
I think he's back.
That guy's a beast.
They lost the series though. The Nuggets
Jokic is that's it. That's one of the. I say he's the best center in the NBA right now.
No doubt. He's the best center.
Facts.
For sure.
Facts. Best center in the Don't he?
Who's the best center? Who's the best? Don't say Joel.
I'll take Anthony Davis all day.
No, he's a 4 though. He doesn't like playing center.
No.
He's a center on the Lakers though.
No. Well, our starting lineup is JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis, Caldwell Pope, LeBron.
The only one small because of Rockets.
Well, he doesn't like playing the 5. He has said it before. He doesn't like being the center. He likes being the power forward.
Listen, I know this is going ahead, but put LeBron on the Clippers, they're going to the finals.
Who?
If you put LeBron on the Clippers, they're going to the finals.
Put LeBron on any team, they're going to the finals.
Oh no, let's not start. Let's finish the Clippers and the Nuggets.
I'll say this because he said that, and I'm saying anybody because the year that he left the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Cavaliers were the worst team in the NBA. So and they had the same squad. So if you would have put them back, they would have went to the finals. On the worst team.
I don't want to talk about
Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors and they made it to the same round that the Clippers.
I don't want to talk about LeBron right now. I don't feel.
All right. That being said, our follow-up question to this is now who is the best player in the NBA? Because after this, I don't want to hear anything about Kawhi. He came out in the first game of the season with a commercial with New Balance, and he had the new king of LA, and he had the little keychain of the crown on his little card thing. I don't want to hear it.
Look, I'm gonna start with.
Not the best player in the NBA.
This is coming full circle right now. I got you. Who out of Kawhi Leonard, Antetokounmpo, and LeBron James has been on the Miami Heat? LeBron James.
Where did LeBron? I don't care about LeBron.
Where did LeBron James win his first NBA championship with the Miami Heat? Where did he win the most championships?
I don't care about the past.
You know why? Because LeBron is the best player because he came to Miami. He got the winning culture.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
He's the best player in the whole NBA right now.
Oh, my God.
Who's your best player in the NBA? You better not say.
No, we're not talking. I don't want to talk about that. Whatever. Look, it's like I said, the Denver Nuggets.
But that's the question because now everybody said that Kawhi was the best player. Now, who's your best player in the NBA now? Because for sure, you better not say Kawhi Leonard.
You better not say Giannis.
You better not say Kevin Durant.
I mean, technically, Giannis won MVP, so he would be considered.
He hasn't won it yet. It's still in the making. They can come to their senses and choose LeBron.
You know they're gonna choose Giannis because he had an insane season.
So you're saying Giannis?
And he was balling out in that one.
You're saying Giannis. Giannis is the best player. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Right now,
Giannis is the best player.
Oh.
Put LeBron on the freaking Bucks and see what happens, bro.
Giannis is the best.
Manny, don't talk anything because you want Giannis on your team, so don't even start.
Okay, but he's not. I would rather take LeBron this season. We'll go to the finals. We'll win. If we had LeBron James, it will be a wash. We'll whoop everybody.
But without Jimmy Butler, you have to leave. Jimmy Butler has to get out.
No, like Giannis is not clutch yet. Giannis can't.
Jimmy Butler's not playing with LeBron James. I can tell you that.
Why not?
Two big egos.
He doesn't have a big ego. He scores 10 points and when we win.
No, two big egos. Like
he doesn't have a big
two alpha males in the locker room. They don't play.
Well, we got a whole team of alpha.
I think Jimmy Butler is the perfect.
A whole team of alpha males.
Yeah, it's possible. I could honestly, if I were Giannis, I would leave Milwaukee for sure.
But he's not. He already said he's
No
not.
way you're winning with Chris Middleton. I'm
He's
sorry.
not.
If this year didn't show, the team that he had, I mean, it's perfect for what the style he plays in. He can't shoot, so he drives it in. They literally create the Great Wall of China on his ass, and then he just kicks it out to a bunch of freaking 3-point shooters.
They didn't have that many good ones this season, I think.
What do you mean?
Well,
Yeah,
I feel like, look,
So
I feel like the bubble. I feel like the bubble broke their momentum for sure. Like the whatever coronavirus, like starting all over broke their momentum because they were riding a good wave up to that point. They had the best regular season out of the whole NBA, better than the Lakers, and they were literally just running over teams.
But that's why LeBron's the best, because it doesn't matter if it's in the bubble, it doesn't matter if it's in the regular. He's going to the finals.
Yeah, but then in the playoffs, the Miami Heat exposed the Bucks, and you saw what kind of offense they went to. I don't know why they went to that offense straight. Just give the ball to give the touches to Giannis.
That they play. This is the offense that they play.
I feel like they had better ball.
The Raptors did the same thing to them that the Heat did to them. They build a wall. He can't get through them because obviously he can't take on 3 players, and he kicks it out. And that's it. That's their whole offense is predictable. That's why, to me,
he's still young. He doesn't pass the ball out. He doesn't get his teammates involved. At the end of the game, he wants to take the shot. He wants to go in there and try to go all crazy and just turnovers. But he's gonna be the best player.
I think for me, I think they needed one better piece. I think Brook Lopez was even though he was hitting threes, I feel like he's a bad acquisition for them. Like they don't need a big man. They don't need a big man like that.
I was hitting threes like he was Ray Allen.
Yeah, but he had to develop his game into. Well, he was coming into that from the Nets, but
that's the perfect break.
I don't think that's a good piece, though. I feel like he needs a third piece. He needs a third all-star.
Okay,
so Chris Middleton, he can ball. He's not no scrub. He's an all-star.
Easy question. Swap out Kawhi Leonard with LeBron James. Do the Nuggets beat the Clippers? No.
Why are we? Okay, we're talking about the greatest player. Right?
Do the Heat beat the Bucks? Yes, but
I'm saying right now, Giannis overall has a better game, has better obviously because, I mean, LeBron's gonna retire in maybe in a year or two.
In a year?
Now we're talking about now.
The MVP conversation in a year.
A year after he wins the finals.
He plays with Bronny, and then he's gonna retire after that one season.
He plays with Bronny.
Facts.
Play with his son.
He has to take advantage of every season he gets because he's going to get his 4th ring this year, which is pretty obvious. But imagine he has Anthony Davis, which is a top 5 player in the NBA. And this year, they're going to get rid of all the wacky players that don't need to be on the Lakers. And there's going to be a bunch of free agents that they can go ahead and stack up on. And he's going to be a contender every year.
I hate talking
next year, though. I think his run's over. Like, we got the Heat.
Oh, my.
The Heat are getting our superstar.
Another Heat.
Listen.
Why are we talking about the Heat, bro? Why? Why are we talking about the Heat?
Superstar. You got next year Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving coming back. Celtics coming back stronger. That's it. I think his run's over next year.
I think the Warriors are going to three-peat.
And the Warriors. Three-peat? What are you talking about?
I think I'm saying the Warriors are gonna go off again. They're gonna go again and build a dynasty. Yes. Bro, they're gonna build a dynasty. Steph Curry is waiting. His stroke is waiting, brother.
And his messed up. What is it? Messed up ankle and knee. And
no, I think he's healed up. I think he's healed up already. I think it was Klay Thompson that he tore his ACL. That's more worried.
Yeah, it was Klay Thompson. They just shut down Steph Curry after they.
Yeah, they just because his hand. I think he broke his hand or something.
I mean, you could be right. They have a top 3 pick, and they can trade it for another superstar. So they might make a run too. But I don't know. They have a whole year off.
I don't think they should bring Giannis. I think they should bring.
No, they should get like Bradley Beal and a couple like role players.
Bradley Beal.
I don't know if he fits in that system.
I'm not taking Bradley Beal. Bro.
Yeah, I mean they just want 3-and-D guys. That Bradley Beal is a great 3-point shooter, and he's gonna freaking defend his ass off.
I feel like they need a small forward.
Yeah, that's what Bradley Beal plays. He's big enough to freaking
small forward it. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, Clay can play small forward.
Small forward?
I don't know. I think they need a
Thompson
big
at small forward? Nah, I'm taking Klay Thompson shooting guard for sure.
Clay, no, obviously, but as a third guy, a third option, imagine having Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, and Klay Thompson on your team.
If they can go get Brandon Ingram, and they should go get Brandon Ingram for sure.
Yeah, they're not gonna trade Brandon.
Bro, I want Brandon Ingram with the Warriors, and they're gonna three-peat.
He just
Bro,
doesn't.
just imagine our lineup though. We're gonna have freaking Tyler Hero.
Yeah, we're not even
Why
gonna.
are we talking about the Heat?
We're not gonna talk about free agency right now. We're getting towards the end of our episode. I'm not sure if you guys were able to see the ads yesterday on Twitter from Damian.
Oh my
Lillard and
God, Damian Lillard.
Honestly, he got what he deserved because he was talking mad him and Paul George to Damian Lillard.
Trash.
And he said, I'm not sure if I can pull up the tweet here. Hold on. But he invited him to his Cancun vacation after he said that he was going to make him pack up early.
Oh
That's
my God.
disrespectful, bro.
That's crazy.
I mean, if there's one player I hate, it's freaking Patrick Beverly. I hate Patrick Beverly, bro.
No, but okay, listen.
You know what his stat lines are? Freaking what? 8 points, 5 fouls, and like 30 yells in the whole game.
Oh
That's
my
culture right there.
look. At the end of the day, I feel like Damian Lillard should keep his mouth shut because he got beat.
Way. He sent.
But
He
got
Paul
beat.
George and
He
Patrick
got
Beverly home.
sent home early before Patrick Beverly did, before George Paul did. He got sent home early. At least Paul George or George Paul made it to a game 7 before the Western Conference Finals, and the Blazers gone, kicked out. What was the first round?
Look, I think that if
By
you
the
make
Lakers, though.
I think you
By
should
the
shut
Lakers,
his mouth.
not by the Nuggets.
Close your mouth, brother. That's it.
They
Go
beat
back
the
next
Nuggets last
season.
year.
Let's try again. Let's try again next season, brother.
listen, if you make that power move as like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George or George Paul did, like you teamed up together. You have one of the best benches in all of the NBA, and you talk smack Damian Lillard, you deserve to get talked smack back to you. Like
They've only
talk smack when you win, brother. That's it.
No, that's
if
not
you
true.
lose, don't talk.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a sore loser.
They lost. They
What do you mean
lost.
they lost? Oh, they lost in Game 7.
Yeah,
in Game 7. But Damian Lillard, what was he doing? Chilling at home for like a whole month and a half, just on his phone.
He got injured.
Either way, there's a difference when you lose to the Lakers and then when you blow a 3-1 lead against the Clippers. And he didn't start this. Patrick Beverly is the one who included and, started making fun of him and was on the sidelines going Dame time after he missed the 2 free throws.
But that's how he is. That's how he is in the game, obviously, because let's say Damian, we don't know what the players are saying in the bubble while they're playing. Yo, this is me. I got this. Saying all this, talking all this smack. And then obviously Patrick Beverly is not some quiet guy. So he's going to go ahead and talk smack back. And they're just going to start.
It wasn't.
Why are you going to add him, though?
It wasn't just in the game. Then he went on Instagram and they were both talking crap. And then Paul George commented on the Instagram post and he said, them boys going home early. Yes. And then Damian Lillard, which I think perfectly summed up the whole Clipper season, he responded to George Paul and he said, you keep switching teams, running from the grind. You boys are stumps.
Honestly, I feel like this. The Clippers
of the Clipper season, because they ran from the grind. They never turned it on. They said, they were waiting for the playoffs. The playoffs came, and they almost lost to the Mavericks. Thank God Porzingis
I'm going to say this.
got suspended. Because I think they would have lost to the Mavericks. Then they got exposed by the by the Nuggets. And now
I feel like the Clippers had a harder road than the Lakers.
On their way to Cancun. So Damian Lillard might as well stop the plane for the whole Clippers team and invite them on vacation because they going home.
I feel like the Clippers, if they play a whole season together with Kawhi, George Paul, and obviously all their pieces, the whole entire season. Because remember, the whole entire season they were on and off. Kawhi was playing one game, George Paul was playing another game. Well, at that time he was Paul George in the regular season because he actually averaged pretty good, decent numbers for George Paul or Paul George, whatever.
LeBron had Alex Caruso, Dion Waiters.
Yeah. These players. J.R. Smith is on the
No.
Lakers team.
We are
I'm gonna say
Smith.
this. Anthony Davis is top 5 player. George Paul is not a top 5 player in
Is
the
he
NBA.
top 10 at least?
Yeah, well, maybe 11. I give him 11 now.
And they have Tyron. They have
We're out of the top 10.
But they weren't saying that before. They were saying
He was in top 5. Kawhi Leonard obviously he named himself the king, so he was what number 1 player in the NBA. So he was a number 1 player in the NBA, and then we bring Paul George, which I would have said at that moment in time he was the 10th best player in the NBA.
Right. Name
Now he's 11.
Name 5 players better than him. Go.
5 players better than who?
Then Paul George.
I'm gonna say James Harden.
Yeah, way better. Yeah, he's way better than. Yeah,
I don't know, bro.
that's easy. James Harden, Giannis.
Giannis.
Luka Doncic is a way better than freaking.
Luka Doncic. Oh my, I forgot about that guy. I'm
I'll
sorry.
take Luka Doncic.
I'm sorry.
Anthony
Davis.
I take
Anthony Davis, top 5 player in the NBA.
I take Jimmy Butler over Paul George.
That's fact. Jimmy Butler's top 3.
Yeah, for me, that's debatable. I mean, if you're giving me 10 points and just hit me a clutch shot, I mean, I love the clutchness, but if you're giving me 10 points from a superstar,
at this point, I'm taking Joe.
They had the same amount of points.
You're gonna have to excuse my brother here, as he got really excited about the topic we were discussing and proceeded to say a word that men of God do not say.
That's why.
Sorry for the interruption. Carry on.
God, just a score.
Right now, I'm taking Goran Dragic. I'm taking Goran Dragic over Paul George.
What?
At this point,
Oh my God, I'm dead. I'm dead.
No use on the NBA.
Goran Dragic.
If you tell me next year I have to sign a player, I'm taking
That's cap.
Goran Dragic on the Lakers than Paul George.
That's cap.
He said in the post game, he was like, the reason why that they didn't have championship aspirations, that they were this year was like to get to know each other. Bro, they gave their whole future for your ass.
You guys know
There's no championship aspiration.
Well, let me tell you this. I feel, you know what I'm smelling right now? And I want all the Heat fans to remember. 2011, Dallas Mavericks versus Miami Heat in the finals. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. The best players in the NBA came together. They were like, hey, guys. They were on a 3-way. They were on a FaceTime 3-way. They added each other. They said, hey, bro, you want to come to Miami? Yeah, I'm down. Are you one of the best players in the NBA? Yes. I dominate. I'm a power forward. What are you? Shooting guard. Okay. I'm everything. I'm a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and a center at the same time. Okay, you want to join the Heat? Yeah, let's go. South Beach, I'm down. Oh, wait. First year, you lost to the Dallas Mavericks.
Two Hall of Famers on that.
I want to remind the Heat fans, you lost to the Dallas Mavericks, to Dirk Nowitzki limping, shooting with one leg.
And
he was shooting with one leg at the time.
And
we got Jason Terry. Terry coming off the bench.
That was a good team.
We got Jason Kidd at 39 years old. Jason Kidd.
Merriman, the Matrix. They had
Tyson. Oh my! This guy just says Sean Marion. Oh my God!
Tyson Chandler.
Oh my God! Oh my
Tyson
God!
Chandler was another great player. They had Michael.
Oh my God! Sean. He mentioned Sean Marion and LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in the same sentence. I'm sorry, but all I can say is this: Clippers, you lost. Unfortunately, George Paul, trash.
But that's in the second round. The second round with a 3-1 lead. The Heat had a 2-1 lead with the Mavericks, and they lost.
The Heat in that year, let's say the first year, it's excusable. It's excusable.
And you're the favorite to win it all, and you spend all this money, and you freaking give up your whole future.
Bro, you're literally saying you're literally doing a take right now of the Miami Heat that year. You spent all this money, not one, not two, not three, 0.
This is the second round.
Oh, wait, but when was the year that he said, not one, not two, not three, not 4?
He was talking about himself. He wasn't
talking
Come on,
bro.
Oscar, tell everybody
Let's
who
be
you're
real. We're talking about the Clippers, but we got to smell and get that morning coffee from the Heat fans.
What do you want him to say? What do you want him to say? Hey guys, we're gonna try to get, maybe.
No, at the end of the day, the Clippers just didn't click, just like the Miami Heat didn't that year.
My
They
problem.
brought two.
My
But
problem.
I'm gonna say that the Heat that year is more of an embarrassment than the Clippers this year.
No, it's
It's
not.
It is.
In the second round.
Final.
Stop.
How
Stop.
you not gonna say that, bro?
In the
You
second
had the
round
best
of
players in
playoffs.
the NBA.
It doesn't
Not
matter.
gonna say that?
That's the best player.
They had the top 5 best players in the NBA. That's it.
But
They were
not
top
only
5.
that,
They were literally back to back.
They have a bench too. They have 2 6-men of the year. They have all these all defensive players, and they didn't even make it to,
I don't know. No. I'm
to the
sorry,
Western
but
Conference
the
Final.
2011 Miami Heat was the most embarrassing loss of NBA history.
No,
That's
Straight
that's
up.
for sure.
That's facts. That is facts. How are you going to bring the best players in the NBA and lose to the old Dallas Mavericks with
Again.
their car breaking down? Their car was breaking down, brother.
Are there any
They barely made it.
right now? Are there any Hall of Famers on the Nuggets right now that you're
Any
gonna
Hall
say
of
for
Famers?
sure, without a doubt, they're gonna make the
Yes.
Hall of Fame? Who?
Murray's going to make the Hall of Fame.
Are you
Jokic-
sure about that?
Jokic is going to make the Hall of
Has he
Fame.
even made the All-Star team yet? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
I
this
don't
year.
think so.
Bro, listen,
in
that's
this
why
year.
Oscar doesn't
Maybe
know
one.
basketball again. Everybody around the world, Oscar doesn't know basketball. He doesn't understand about a team basketball. He doesn't know the Mavericks were an amazing team together.
And
Bro,
they have a
Jamal
great
Murray in the
Michael
playoffs
Arnold
is
and Kevin
averaging like 35 in the playoffs. Jamal Murray in the playoffs, he's averaging like 35 a game. Come
They
on,
were-
dude, he's clutch. That's it.
Twice in the third quarter to close out, they lost. The Clippers lost.
They had 3 chances to close the game, and they couldn't.
Didn't even make it to
In the
conference
second
final.
round of the playoffs.
You know that Jamal
The
Murray.
second round of the play. They didn't even
I want to put this stat out there.
Conference final.
Jamal Murray had 40 points in Game 7.
It's not all about points.
Bro,
you keep
It
doing
is,
all about
brother.
points. Nah.
The superstars need to make points to win the game. That's it.
And the rest of the team,
Literally not.
The
Jimmy
rest of the
Butler
team-
didn't score.
You're literally telling me something right now. It doesn't matter about points. Obviously, because your 2011 Miami Heat failed to beat the Dallas Mavericks.
Listen. All right, let's go. Let's go.
They came out of the-
I'm
you know who the Mavericks beat to get there?
Who?
Kobe and the
Lakers.
Lakers. Kobe
Right.
and the Lakers. They beat Paul
There you
Gasol,
go.
Bynum.
So and then who did the Heat beat?
What do you mean?
Paul George.
Who did the Heat
The
beat?
Celtics. They beat the
And
Celtics.
Celtics.
God, the
Big
old Celtics.
They're the defending champions.
Oh my God.
Or it's 1 year off.
Yeah, they went to the finals that year with the Lakers, and they lost.
Bro.
And the Mavericks beat the defending champions, and the Heat beat the Celtics, the big three that that LeBron could never beat. He beat them, and he lost to the Mavericks. Did he choke? Yes, he had a wacky series, but it's not compared.
He choked.
Kawhi Leonard and
Dwayne Wade choked.
All-Stars.
Chris Bosh choked.
Listen, Oscar said, right? He just said, superstars have to make points to win. How many points did Jason Tatum have yesterday?
George Paul.
Who?
How many points did Jason Tatum have yesterday?
But
Yeah, like 30-some points.
I'm not defending the Clippers.
how many
The
points-
Clippers got embarrassed and they lost. But the worst embarrassment of NBA history, let's put it straight facts here, is the 2011 Miami Heat losing in the finals after they said they would win not 1, not 2, not 3. They lost. They won 0 that year. Let's remind you,
And when did the
0.
Clippers lose?
They
And
didn't
when
say
did the
they're going to win 11 in
No,
1
but
year.
it's okay. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. They didn't say that at all. They didn't say I'm gonna win 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They didn't have a huge show, a spectacular show. The decision. Kawhi Leonard, where are you going, brother? They didn't have all that.
They were
That's why I hate the 2011 Miami Heat. You know why I hate it? You know why I hate it? Because they made a huge show about it and they lost the first year.
We went to the finals.
The whole year. That's my problem with the Clippers. They swore they were gonna win. They swore they were gonna beat the Lakers.
No, not as much as the
Kawhi
2011
Leonard,
Miami Heat.
that's my problem. That's my problem with Kawhi Leonard because he came out with the commercial that he's the new
Oh
king of LA,
my
that he's this, that he's that because
And LeBron?
he beat
LeBron had a whole ESPN special.
because he beat the injured Warriors. But that's not
Dude.
okay. But that's what I'm saying. Kawhi
Oh
did this
my
and lost
God.
in the second round.
But he has
LeBron
2 rings.
lost in the finals. Period.
He has 2 rings. He
Wait,
almost,
wait, Tim
he almost
Duncan-
has as much rings as LeBron.
That's
Yeah,
two
but
reasons
against
to
who?
Hall of Famers.
The injured Warriors without Klay Thompson and Kevin
No,
Durant.
and then who they beat? Who the first time? Kawhi Leonard beat who?
Yes.
LeBron James.
Yeah, but he beat him too.
And the hobbled Dwayne Wade.
Okay,
Yes,
but how many
Hall
Hall
of
of Famers were
Famers.
on
The
that?
handicap.
There were Hall of Famers on the Spurs team.
Oh my god.
You have Ginobili, Parker, Tim Duncan, and Kawhi.
Let's get all their ages real quick in that game. Let's get all their ages real quick.
That's
I think they
why.
were all almost in their upper 40s. They were probably in their 45s.
Okay, but if LeBron loses, are you gonna bring up his age? That he's 35 years old, because that's how old Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili were, and they were born like LeBron James.
I mean, remember that LeBron James has Anthony freaking Davis, brother.
Yeah, and the Spurs had 4 Hall of Famers on the team, brother, and Kawhi got the MVP that year.
How old are these Hall of Famers, though?
They're Hall of Famers. What do you mean?
How old are they?
Listen. Look, those.
They're like 37, each of them. Tim Duncan was like 42.
But to
He
get
just
to the
became a
finals,
head coach like 2 years after he retired.
Listen.
Clearly, we see this year how hard it is to get to the finals. So if you're talking about finals losses, all right, whatever. But you're talking about
this year is weird.
You
This year was
lose
weird
in the
already.
second round. In the second round, you don't even make it to the championships of the own conference.
I'm saying it's embarrassing, but you guys are not getting my point. It's
Listen,
embarrassing. Yeah, it is.
The
The
point of
choke
the
3-1 is embarrassing. The choke 3-1 is embarrassing. But the 2011 Miami Heat is the most embarrassing loss of the NBA. That's it. You already know.
You're bringing up the Spurs ages, right? But you look at the.
That's why most of sports analysts will never compare LeBron to Michael. They don't like comparing LeBron to Michael Jordan because he's not clutch. That's it.
They literally all compare him.
Yeah, they
Oh,
all.
fine.
That's
The
not
reason
a good player.
No, I'm saying they'll never put him over Michael Jordan.
That is the only player that is compared to Michael Jordan. It is
Listen.
LeBron James.
No, Kobe Bryant has been compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, by the way he plays, not how great he has been.
Well, yeah. Well, he obviously has more
They don't
championships.
rank Kobe Bryant second player of all time.
Of course, because LeBron is a freaking NFL player playing the NBA. Of course, he's gonna dominate. Like what? Of course, his stats are gonna be crazy.
All right, final thoughts.
He's the biggest guy in the court.
Final thoughts here to wrap this segment up, because we're gonna go all day and you're freaking blasphemy. I mean, honestly, you're brainwashed.
All right, let's go. Let's wrap it up, bro.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts on what? Final thoughts on what? I don't want to talk about that anymore.
No, we
We'll
have
talk
the
about another
Lakers and
episode.
Nuggets. Who's winning that
Oh
series?
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Friday.
Predictions.
Who's going first?
Manny, go ahead.
All right. Lakers Nuggets. Damn, that's hard, bro.
He
Dude,
said that's hard after he was.
Honestly, I think that the Laker fans think it's gonna be easy, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. Why? Because the Lakers smacked up the Rockets because they're really small. Again, the Lakers are a brand new team, just like the Clippers. First year together. They have a horrible bench. The Rockets had a horrible bench. Who they play in the first round? The Lakers?
Blazers.
The Blazers. The Blazers were challenging them towards the end of that series until Damian Lillard got hurt. So the issue with the Lakers is their bench, and the Denver Nuggets have a deep team. That's going to be the struggle of the Lakers. And then you got Jokic on Anthony Davis. That's going to be a tough matchup for Davis, so LeBron's going to have to carry. Honestly, I want LeBron versus Miami just because I want to see that happen, so I won't even care who loses that or wins that series, to be honest. But I think my heart's saying LeBron toward like 6-7 games, but I wouldn't be so happy that you guys got the Nuggets. I think the Lakers actually would have beat the Clippers using the Nuggets.
Ooh, big take. All right, I got for Friday's game, Lakers Nuggets. Here's my X factor, Rajon Rondo.
Rondo, yeah.
Rajon Rondo. If playoff Rondo shows up, it's a sweep, straight up 4-0. That's sweep. Because come on, dude, we got LeBron James or whatever. He is one of the best players, yes, of all time. Okay, great. Anthony Davis, I like Anthony Davis. I love his game. He's probably, maybe if he keeps developing, if he wins the championship, he's going to be one of the best, if not the best power forward of all time, just because he has a 3-point shot and everything. But other than that, they have the 2 best players in the world. On top, if Rajon Rondo shows up, it's a sweep. Rajon Rondo has been playing insane. I don't know how. I don't know what happened to him. I thought he was washed up, but he came back and he came to play. So, and Rajon Rondo for me, I mean, he's the one that I think led the Celtics in that he was the X factor in the Celtics when they won their championship with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen.
Bro, you're
He was the general. I'm saying that he was an X factor.
A Celtics connoisseur all of a sudden.
What?
I'm going to say.
He wasn't, though?
A good player, but he didn't lead them. They had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin.
They played Kobe Bryant and the Lakers.
We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
All right, go.
My predictions for the Nuggets and Lakers. Let me take this hat off for a second.
This guy.
The right one, baby. We're gonna release our Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. The Lakers are going.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
My heart says only 5 games is gonna be a gentleman's sweep, but in analytical standpoint, I think is gonna go to 6 games because obviously Denver does play with heart. There's going to be a couple games we're going to feel out Denver and try to figure out what's the best lineup they can put out there because the Lakers can go small and can go big also. But no, the person who's going to ball out is going to be Anthony Davis. He's going to solidify this whole playoff run and he's going to ball out. He's going to average a double-double. It's going to be 30 and 10 and maybe a couple assists. But yeah, I say Lakers and 6 will be my final prediction. And we'll see the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, if Anthony Davis doesn't ball out and Rajon Rondo doesn't do his thing, his playoff thing, command the floor.
Rondo's going to be majority playing defense on Murray for sure. We need to.
Oh yeah.
We need to quiet down Murray and let.
I feel like you guys need Rajon Rondo brings that ball handling like. LeBron doesn't have to carry the load of handling the ball the entire game. He can be
having Rondo for sure has been day and night compared to without having him, and that's why we struggle to
Caldwell Pope being the point guard.
Be hitting some threes, man. Don't be down my man's Pope.
When you get this deep in the playoffs, guys,
that guy can keep his defense.
Stars don't always win and deep in the playoffs. They're like cancel each other out. It's the role players and the Lakers have.
But when you're comparing your star, Jamal Murray and Jokic compared to Anthony Davis, there's a big gap.
How Jokic is playing, Anthony Davis are kind of a wash right now.
Yeah, but Anthony Davis should have won defense. Anthony Davis should have won Defensive Player of the Year. Jokic had literally no resistance against the Clippers because they had no big man. Now he's going up against a solidified big man, just like Jokic would struggle against Rudy Gobert. He didn't have such a great series, because there's a big man on the floor. Now we have several big men we can throw. Dwight Howard on him, JaVale McGee. So we have a couple people we can throw at. Compared to the Clippers, it was freaking Zubac and Harrell who got destroyed every time he would go against Jokic. So we can give him a lot of different looks, but the Lakers are going to the finals, and LeBron's getting his 4th ring.
See you guys in the finals.
So, that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in on
you.
the Brodie's podcast. We enjoyed this so much. We're going to actually maybe throw up a poll here and see whose opinion you agreed upon more. I'm the host, so we'll put either Manny P or we'll put Boston Oscar. I think he deserves a nick because he brought up the Boston Celtics and every topic. It was amazing. So Boston Oscar. And
Boston in 7, baby.
And what you want to hear more and the topics that you want to hear us discuss. Let us know your thoughts, reviews, and how we can improve on. But we appreciate your time and listening to us. We'll see you guys next episode. Peace.
Peace.
That was lit.